This to my little baby. I love waking up next to her. Ain't no better feeling in this world, you heard me?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, good morning.
I love you too.
To you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yo, what's happening? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's the king. It's time for the ugly truth. Yeah, man, y'all know what's happening, man. We want to invite y'all in here. Another beautiful day, another beautiful podcast, man. We got a special guest, a.k.a. my co-host, coming in here in a little bit. But today we just want to chop it up, and I want some opinions. Wish we could just have concrete facts, but just some opinions on loyalty versus faithfulness. You understand me? What is loyalty? What is faithfulness? Because a lot of women holler they want loyalty. But a nigga step outside and he might, which I call cheat, exercise options, whatever the case may be. And I was just having a discussion with Medina and was saying, niggas can be loyal and still go do what they do. And some people may have a difference of opinion. But before we even touch on the definition of loyalty and the definition of faithfulness and fidelity, you know, we spirit, soul, body, finances, and relationships around here. I'm going to open up with Proverbs 14. It says, "The wise woman build her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in their ways. A fool's mouth lashes out with pride, but the lips of the wise protects them. Where there is no oxen, the manger is empty, but from the strength of an ox comes abundant harvest. An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. The mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but the knowledge comes easy to the discerning. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception. Fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. Each heart knows its own bitterness. No one else can share its joy." Yeah, man, that's Proverbs 14. So we just wanted to talk to y'all, man, and really just bring in this ugly truth on a real high note. Hey, well, we back on the ugly truth. Well, you know, I'm King Ed. We got my co-host, Miss Medina, in the building, who was 30 minutes late, so I don't really think she technically a Virgo no more, because Virgos are usually prompting on time. What was going on this morning that you wasn't able to make it on time?
First of all, it's working. Second of all, there was traffic, so my apologies.
We can't use traffic excuse because we know that every day is traffic, right? You was born and raised in Atlanta?
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Atlanta. I'm gonna need you to speak into the mic, man. You was born and raised in Atlanta, so traffic been here how long?
Listen, it's gotten worse since all of the people have moved here.
By it getting worse, do you prepare for it?
I do.
But unfortunately today you did.
Are we gonna spend a lot of time on this, or are we gonna move on to other things?
We're gonna move on to other things. I know you may not put your mouth close to microphones a lot in your life, but we need your mouth close to the mic so that they can pick up what you putting down when you putting something down.
Okay, so
yeah, there you go.
You with those innuendos, you know your mouth is close to the mic as well. So
I mean,
tread lightly.
I understand what you're saying. You dig what I'm saying? But we know who do what and what gets down to who. Anyway, today it's a pleasure and an honor to finally get in the studio. She usually on the phone, you understand? I would consider her a business partner. She helps me out in a lot of other things, and we have a lot of dope conversations over the phone. And I said, hey, man, we need to do a podcast. So I want y'all to give it up for Madinah. Woo! She She also available. Y'all can see her social media handles. They at the bottom right now. Y'all can check her social media handles out if you need to buy your house or you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
She really a life coach for real, for real. She my life coach. That's what she is. Everybody come to her with their problems and she just kind of walk you through. You know what I mean? I call her like my grandma. You know what I mean? Real sexy grandma though. Nah, today, man, we just talking about regular topics, but we was having a conversation the other day, and we was just talking about loyalty versus faithfulness. Those girls be thinking that if a nigga step out, that he not loyal. In my opinion, a nigga can be loyal, and I just gave the analogy. My ex, I got locked up in, I don't know, last year sometime for some BS anyway. You know, I always beat my cases, but I got locked up, and she came and dropped a couple bands to buy me out, you dig what I'm saying? So that's loyalty. Now, faithfulness and fidelity is something different. We're going to bring up the definition. They're going to put it on the screen. I'm going to pull it up real quick. I had it up. But we're gonna pull up the definition of loyalty real quick, just so that in our culture, we don't know what definitions mean. I'm just going to be honest. We don't know what definitions mean. We make up our own definitions and what we think. What is loyalty to you?
Loyalty to me is a certain level of an allegiance to me and my well-being.
Okay.
And whatever that may entail. And it's interesting that you liken, and I do understand what you mean when you say that loyalty and fidelity and faithfulness is not the same. However, when you and I have had conversations about women being unfaithful, it bleeds into loyalty because of the compromising position that it puts you in as a man, right?
Correct. So what she's speaking on is, shout out to 21. 21 said something nobody really picked up on $1 million worth of game. Shout out to them. He said when a man cheat, you know, he just cheating. When a woman cheat, when a man cheat, he conquering a woman. When a woman cheat, she's getting conquered and she puts the kingdom at risk of being taken over, which is a total huge difference. If I go out and cheat, I'm taking over a nigga's broad and I'm getting the drop on him because it's damn near impossible for me not to know where her nigga is gonna be because she coming to kick it with me. She telling me where his whereabouts, whether he at the house or I left him there with the kids or he at the barbershop. She's gonna let me know where this man is at. If that person is my op, my enemy, my foe, and I really wanna do something to him, now that I got her legs open, I got her mind open, I can go and do something to this man. And also, women cheat emotionally for the most part. And now I can know what he thinking, what he on, and I can now conquer his. I already got his queen. If we playing chess and I got his queen, most niggas can't play without their queen. So that's the difference. When a woman cheat, she giving access to a kingdom. When a man cheat, he getting access to a kingdom. So it's a huge difference when two parties.
That's relative, and that depends upon the man.
Why would you say that?
Although your intentions may not be to be disloyal, sometimes men can divulge some information and things that may not materially harm the woman, as far as material things or your kingdom, so to speak. But a lot of times men will share personal, intimate details, and a lot of times the woman who he's cheating with will come back and weaponize that information against that woman's spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, depending on the kind of guy that you're dealing with, he could, you know, be giving too much information on her. But it's still not going to affect the kingdom. You dig? It might affect her.
It absolutely affects the kingdom if the queen is disturbed. It affects your children, possibly. It affects your home, because that's your home. And like I said, if her spirit is disturbed, then the kingdom is disturbed.
Well, disturbed and destroyed is two different things, though. You can disturb a kingdom and it not be destroyed.
But after a certain level of disturbance, it leads to destruction.
Okay, you got a point, but we can get rid of the queen and replace her. We can get rid of the queen and we can get a new queen. Once the king is gone, the game is over. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole totally different ballgame, and then we go into value. The chessboard can be played without the queen. I've trained myself to play without a queen in chess when I was a very young man because I seen how valuable niggas play with a queen. And if I can just put a nigga in a position to want my queen, now he's gonna make it vulnerable for the king. The whole game is to get the king, not the queen. Niggas can get the queen and the game still goes on.
Correct.
But if you get the king, it's over. So if she gets this, if I smoke a nigga because I got the drop on him, everything's done. And then we seen most of the time in any industry, whether it's a regular Joe Schmo, whether it's an entertainer, once that nigga dies, the finances are usually messed up. Usually the whole kingdom falls to the wayside because the queen usually not suffice to take over what's going on. If we think about, okay, case in point, R.I.P. to DMX, you know, financially issues was going on. And a whole lot of other...
Respectfully, that was going on while he was living, too.
It may have been going on while he was living, but guess what he was able to do? He was able to bring the bread in every year. He can disappear, and we all love DMX. He can disappear for 2 years, and that nigga come back and he's still getting $100,000 a show. He's still able, like he said in the interview, shit, it's easier to be loyal to me if I'm bringing in a couple million a year. You know, he was bringing in millions a year. Yeah, he was blowing it, but the money was still coming. If he was still alive, the money would still be coming. I'm sure they're not making too much of nothing off of him now. Not the industry, but I'm saying his family are probably not reaping the benefits like if he was getting, basically, that nigga can make $1 million in a month. You're getting $100,000 a show. He only got to do 10 shows. It's $1 million in a month that he got to spread. That money's not coming in now. It's all off of sales, record sales, royalties, and everything else. So now that the king is gone, and we've seen, case in point, he switched his queen a lot of times. His kingdom never crumbled.
That's relative.
What do you mean it's relative?
Well, first of all, I don't know enough about all the details of DMX and
that's just an example.
The you know what happened with him and his queens. Yeah, I won't get into that because I have a. we don't want to just use DMX. Yeah, I have an entire.
Shout out to their family. I got nothing but respect for DMX. You dig what I'm saying? Grew up on X, nothing but respect for him in the music and the value that he brought to the game. He was the first to go platinum twice in 1 year. So I'm just using that as an example. We can use many examples of people who lost it. You dig what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, women, y'all can't get a drop on y'all niggas. Yeah, if a girl got a drop, she can say something, send you some text messages, some emails, she can disturb you. You possibly can leave, but that kingdom will still stand. If Beyonce leaves Jay-Z, Jay-Z still gonna be straight. And Beyonce will still be straight, but what I'm saying, that kingdom is good. If Jay-Z sleep with a nigga, if Beyonce sleep with a nigga and kill Jay-Z, it's gonna be a different kind of ball game going on because of the things that he's able to do. You see
correct,
what I'm saying?
but she's definitely gonna be amazing.
That's down to y'all see what's going on. They just don't want to just agree that. So this the definition of loyal, real quick. You dig what I'm saying? Giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution. Where in that does it say anything about not smashing someone else? You dig what I'm saying? Like the loyalty. So my point is this.
So if a woman is disloyal, as long as she, keeps you out of her mouth and keeps you out of it, is all right?
Me and all my guys, when I say my guys, I mean stand-up guys, certified, qualified, thoroughbreds. What we don't know don't hurt us, as long as we don't find out. So we understand the game. We understand how it go. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But sweetheart, if I find out, that means you was beyond messy. You dig what I'm saying? So we understand that if something go on, we know grandma was one of them kids, wasn't granddaddies, and granddaddy knew that. You understand? So we ain't tripping. We know that things may happen or transpire. It's just all about the way y'all do it. We gonna be messier because we men. You know, we might do it right in front of your face. But the bigger picture is building the kingdom that the kids that y'all have will be able to benefit off of y'all. And a great thing about dealing with the great king is your family will be able to benefit. Not just his, but your family that you had before him. So that in-law side, which is all of yours, they will benefit because the blessings will come to you and you will be able to bless your family. That's the reason why y'all need to stay with the right type niggas that y'all dealing with. Y'all just jumping and going here and monkey branching here, and here, and y'all not being solid enough to build nothing to see the benefits of it. So really, we need to teach them how to actually choose men, and what's the foundation of choosing a man. What do you think the foundation of choosing a man and identifying? Because we know, we know a lot of women need help in being able to identify the correct man and seeing the long term. What do you think are 3 things a man should have foundationally before you even go into saying, I want to be with this person?
For me, foundationally, you have to make sure that he is led by God, first of all. That's first and foremost.
How does led by God look? Is he walking on water? Is he doing miracles? What is led by God? Because women say that, and it just seems so far fetched. What's led by God?
A lot of the times, if you speak to someone, you can pretty much tell. First of all, everybody's relationship with God is their own.
Correct.
So I don't mean to judge or scrutinize someone's relationship with God. I'm saying, does he pray?
Does he pray or does he pray with you?
Does he pray? Does he pray? I mean, it depends on what stage of your relationship you're in. When you speak to him, has he prayed for you? Does he tell you what he prayed for? There are ways to find out.
So a relationship
and
God.
you can observe how you can see God in people. So sometimes with men, can you see God in him?
Do you see God in me? You didn't answer the question, man.
You know what? I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready?
I wasn't ready. What is that? Anyway, but back to what the question at hand was. So God first, number 1. Number 2, is he ready to lead? Is he a leader? Can you follow him? Does he make good choices in life, in relationships? What does his other relationships look like? How is his relationship with his mother? How is his relationship with his children, if he has them? How is his relationship with his friends? Mm-hmm. How long has he been friends with his friends?
So I guess that's 2: relationship with God, relationship with family. What's the 3rd one?
Well, more so than relationship, just the type of person. How is he as far as being in relationship? As far as leading and even providing. Like I said, if he has children or parents in need, how is he when you go to a restaurant? How does he treat people? Does he tip the server properly? That's not foundational. I'm getting off into.
Yeah, you're giving a fucking checklist, bro. Can we just get the foundation?
Okay,
important that you would tell your daughter to look for? God, and what else?
Relationships. How is he as a man and a leader? Does he have vision? Can he provide and protect? Basically, can he provide and protect?
Okay, so those are the foundations. We ain't gonna get into building the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor. So those are the foundations. Those are the things that you would tell your daughter. This is what you look for in a man. Those are good. Those are good foundational tools that I would say would definitely need to be used. All that other how you tip the waiter bullshit.
That's important.
Why is that important? If he take care of you and he don't never tip the waiter, what difference do it make? What's that gonna show up in his life, huh?
Usually, people who take care of you, usually they tip the waiter.
See, again, fellas, let me let y'all see this bullshit that goes on, that they judge y'all off of straight bullshit. And then I'm gonna tell you the crazy part about it. If you tip the bitch too much, it's a problem.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, don't listen to women, bro. Just do you. Don't listen to women. Don't pay them no never mind. If she gives you her number, it's a chance that you can hit. Either she's interested in you. If she answers the phone, it's definitely a possibility you can get what you want. If you go on a date with her, player, you're in the ball game. Don't pay attention to nothing they talk about, man. Just know what you know so that when you get out here and check what her qualities is, what she can bring to the table, because you already know what you can bring so that you can have success. See, this show is about success. We want to have successful relationship, successful businesses, great communication with God. We want to be healthy out here. You dig what I'm saying? And great relationships. Women don't know what they want from day to day. So there's no point of you trying to figure these species out.
Neither do men.
Men want the same thing. They want top, they want bottom, they want food, and they want cooperation, which is listen and do what I tell you to do. That's it. Niggas don't want nothing else. What else do you know a man want besides sex? For you to listen to him and something to eat and to help him with his business. Those 4 things. What else does a man want?
Then if you listen and you don't say anything back because you're listening, then you're frustrated.
No, listening is doing what I say. Hearing is hearing. There's 2. You need me to pull up the definition of listening?
Oh no, please.
Yeah, let's put the definition of listening up
Okay,
here.
gotcha. We got it. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
We know how to actively listen. That's not necessary.
Listening is an action word.
That's what I just said. We know how to actively listen. It's not necessary. Women.
Not our black women.
Oh.
Do you hear that? That was a whole conversation. Y'all gotta pay attention to the breaths too, because there's different breaths. That's the frustration breath. Then you got that's the sexual breath. You in the right spot. You gotta pay attention. Black women talking sound effects. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta really pay attention to what be going on out here. See, I'm really trying to help our culture, but like I say, 80% of them, there's nothing you can do. They're contaminated. Just get rid of them. You have to focus more on the 20%, the children and the young ladies. You know what I mean? Like the younger generation you deal with, and then get game from the older ones, because the ones that's in between, bro, they're all fried. Like, there's a bad batch of women that we have, and it's a recall on them. And the only thing that you can do is have sex with them. You really can't build with them. It's very hard to build with these type women because they have their mindset that they're going to get their own bag. They focus more on careers and getting their own money than they do on family. That's the reason why we have all these shootouts, killings, robberies. 80% of these single women, if you figure out the statistic, 80% of the kids that are in jail come from single mothers. So while they're chasing the bag and they're chasing the careers and they're getting the degrees, who's watching the children? Nobody, because they done ran 3 niggas off. Y'all got 2 and 3 baby daddies, and that shit just like you said, that's a track record showing you don't know how to get along with men. Why are you choosing these men to have kids with? Because the child came into this world.
So what is the men's track record? The men that left their children.
What do you mean left? They never wanted to be there. It was probably, some of them was one night stands, some of them was cut buddies, some of them was just friends. It's not very often that.
So the men made poor choices and made babies.
No, they wasn't trying to make a baby. They was just having recreational
but they
sex.
made them. But they made them.
No, the woman kept them. She could have been on birth control.
They made them.
You know how many girls didn't want to take a Plan B pill?
They made them.
Yeah, but the woman is responsible for them, right or wrong.
That's where you lose me.
I mean, a lot of y'all are lost. I understand. I'm trying to bring y'all back to be
I'm not
found.
lost.
So how are you lost? Where are you getting lost at? Hold on, let me help you out. Let me put my GPS on. Where are you getting lost at?
That's where I change course. I'm understanding what you're saying in a lot of respects, but I believe in men being accountable.
Okay, that's fine. But if you're having sex with a man that doesn't want to have a baby, he doesn't want to have nothing to do with you, you can give the baby up for adoption. If he's saying, I don't want to be a father, why not get a baby up for adoption?
Sir, listen, I'm not saying that the women have a problem with raising the child. When you give a child up for adoption, you don't get to select whether or not, excuse me, you don't get to select whether or not they go to a home with 2 parents.
You need to get the water slide together. Get that kid water slide together. Y'all got some water?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, if she was doing what she was supposed to do, her throat wouldn't be all, you know what I mean? But go ahead.
I drink water and mind my business.
Kids on that water
I drink
slide.
water and mind my business. Oh.
So I understand. So we're going to go listen, but I'm going to touch on that because that's important. Like, y'all keep saying men are leaving. I know girls with multiple baby daddies. They were never there.
Well, let me just tell you this. Men, what you're doing right now is contributing to the problem. And let me explain. The lack of accountability with men.
Brother, on child support, there's no
That's
lack
not
of
being held.
accountability.
Being on child support is not being held accountable, and that's what we have to.
They don't want them kids. Why don't y'all understand that they don't want to be with y'all?
Listen.
They don't want them kids. So why don't y'all make those kids
And a lot
go
of them
away?
don't want to sign their rights away either. Right?
I don't know about that. I don't have information.
Yeah,
on that, so I won't
so,
speak on anything
okay.
that I don't have definites on.
Okay.
I've
Well,
never heard a woman say, "Hey, sign your rights away." I've never heard it. I've never heard not one woman in my family or any women that I am connected with say, "Hey, sign your rights away."
I mean, you've heard men say, "You better not have no other man around my son." So you,
that's nature. That's supposed
you, my dear,
to be like that.
So you, my dear, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do, and
let's stop there. What do you keep talking about supposed to do? Let's go in Wonderland. We're going
actively
Wonderland.
be active in your child's life.
If he does not want the
If he
child.
doesn't want the child, okay, fine. Well, then don't run around saying, "Don't have anybody else around my child." Like,
You're talking two different things. If you don't want the child, he's not gonna be around to say anything to you. Them niggas just go ghost.
okay, well, those men, if they go ghost and they're not bothered, then fine.
But y'all are the only ones that we can't get pregnant. Y'all can't. Y'all have to take a higher responsibility of getting pregnant by niggas that ain't shit. That is
Absolutely,
on y'all. Men 100%. 100%. You
Okay.
understand? So if y'all would take more responsibility than niggas,
How
y'all
many
lay
people
down,
does it take to procreate?
It takes two.
Exactly.
How many people do it take to have the baby though?
How many people does it take to procreate?
I answered your question.
Two.
Answer mine.
2.
How many
But that's the question.
How
That
many
is,
people does it take to deliver the baby and have it? Who carries the baby and who
how many
delivers the
people does
baby?
it take to ejaculate?
I don't
That's
know,
the
but when
same-
I'm
that's the
sleeping with
same
women,
question.
We both get off, so ladies, if you ever deal with me, you're definitely gonna have a seizure.
Thanks.
So anyway, the point of it is this, man. Y'all gotta take more responsibility. It rests more on y'all shoulders, just like certain things rest more on man. If the man is the leader of the household, it rests on him. Y'all are in charge of who y'all have kids. Y'all not getting raped out here, bro. Y'all are openly either bending over or opening y'all legs up to all of these, what y'all call fuck niggas. Do you know how I look at women once they say they baby daddy ain't shit? I look at them like they ain't shit. You're the goofy who picked this nigga. You chose to deal with this nigga. 95% of kids born in America are consensual. They're not rape victims. So y'all gotta look at what y'all doing. Y'all not marrying before y'all carry, as they say. So y'all are going ahead and not requiring nothing. These niggas are having recreational sex with y'all. They are not inside of y'all talking about, I wanna have your baby. Let's have a kid. Y'all never talk about it beforehand, saying, "Hey, we gonna have a kid. We gonna name it Jamal Jr." You dig what I'm saying? Y'all going out. Y'all fucking for liquor and Hennessy, liquor and chicken
Wait a minute.
wings.
Who are these
dig
women
what
you
I'm
speak
saying?
of?
Most women, when they go on a date, they get
Most
some food
women
and some
that-
alcohol, and they go back to the
Most
house
women
and knock
that
them
you
down.
encounter, I don't know women who are sleeping with men, even in my 20s.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this about her. She's the exception. She's done some exceptional things, and not just financially, just the way that she thinks. I would call her a quality woman. She does do what she's
thank you.
supposed to do. She's an exception to how women are supposed to move. She falls in some categories under the bullshit too, because we all got issues. You know what I mean? She did some bullshit in her younger years too, as we all have done. But overall, she's 100 in my book as far as if you need a quality woman that's gonna help you build, a woman that's gonna be there, a woman that's gonna listen. Ignore the bullshit. Don't start petty arguments. Madinah is quality. Her social media is at the bottom. Send all your dick pics there and holla at her right there and let her know, hey, or send piles of money. So you know what I mean? Like, she'll be back on the market soon. She's coming up on the market. Talking about market, tell me your opinion. I'm gonna read this listening because I want your opinion though. Tell me your opinion on this. I gotta read what listening is. Listening is the ability to accurately, lost them right there, receive and interpret a message in the communication process. Listening is the key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. So when you're dealing with the leader, you should be adapting and learning the leader. When you go to school, The professor does not learn all his students. All of the students learn the professor's way.
Absolutely.
So when you're dealing with your man, as we talk, you're able to adapt. Everything about y'all adapt. Y'all bodies adapt. Y'all vaginas adapt. Y'all minds adapt. Everything about y'all adapts to the environment or the man that you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. If the man that you're dealing with, if you don't like the way that you have to adapt, why do y'all let them inside y'all legs? I mean, what I'm saying doesn't benefit me because I can basically have sex with whoever. So me saying, hey, require something before sex might take me down as far as being able to get women, but not really. But what I'm saying is, why don't y'all have more requirements before y'all start having sex with these niggas and more conversations like, hey, if I get pregnant, you gonna take care of the kid? What are we gonna do if this, and this happens? There's no real conversations before sex. Most women have had sex before
I agree that you should have conversations.
So why is 80% of women out here single mothers?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Perhaps they aren't asking
with niggas that they don't know.
They possibly are. So all of these upstanding men who always tell the truth and they always follow through on what they say they're gonna do, that doesn't play a part in this at all either, does it?
But remember, you said history and how they already do. Y'all should already see what type of time they're on. So if a nigga is finessing you, basically all y'all saying y'all getting finessed. Most of y'all college educated women getting finessed by
I'm not college educated. So
I said most.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to just talk specifically about you. We want to make it a show, but we could talk specifically about you.
No, let's not.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely, let's not do that.
I was trying to make it a show about, generally what's going on and how to have a solution for our culture. You know what I mean? We don't want to dig into skeletons.
People do have to start having the conversations, and men, once again, have to hold themselves accountable. Listen.
What don't we hold accountable? What are men not hold accountable for?
Men don't hold themselves accountable to tell the truth, number one. One thing that men don't do is tell the truth.
Why is that?
It doesn't matter why. Because I don't know who you're afraid of if you have to lie. Who are you scared of? Who's going to give you a whooping?
Bro, men tell lies. One, only time I tell lies to the judge or the police. Fuck them. But other than that, niggas don't tell the truth to women because it causes a disturbance.
Men don't tell women the truth because they are afraid that women will then make a choice based on the truth. So if you tell a woman, I don't know what I'll do if you get pregnant. If you tell a woman, oh, I'm a terrible human being. I slap my mama. If you tell women the truth about who you are, they're not going to deal with you.
Lies and deception. If you tell them the truth, if a woman asks, do you want kids, and you say not right now, she's going to continue to sleep with you. The problem that we have in the community is sex. In the mindset behind sex. So we're having sex and we don't have no understandings. We don't have no marriages or any of this going on. No one is requiring to get married. Again, I've been on over 500 dates with 500 different women. I think I'm a womanologist at this point. And we're talking doctors, we're talking lawyers, we're talking prosecutor DAs for federal cases and state cases. We're talking police officers of Atlanta. We're talking servers. We're talking bartenders. We're talking kindergarten teachers, a host of teachers, different type of business women, entrepreneurs. So there's no area where someone is going to come and say, well, they didn't date me. I've dated representation of you, sweetheart. I've dated someone in your industry, someone that's represents and thinks like you. And ain't never woman I ever slept with ever asked me anything about a child, ever asked me to require marriage. All I had to do was buy liquor and chicken wings.
Are you holding yourself accountable there?
Accountable to what?
Choosing better women. The caliber of women that you have obviously chosen.
I was not trying to marry none of these women, so
it doesn't matter.
For sexual
as long as
only.
So did you leave the birth control up to them, or did you protect yourself?
I protected myself, but the birth control was on them. Now, see, I don't want to make it specific because my thought process is if I ever got a woman pregnant, I'm going to take care. Even if we're not together, I'm going to take care of the mortgage and the child. If she had, and for instance, I got a girl pregnant before, and I told her, find somewhere to rent. I'll take care of the rent. You got to pay all your own bills. I'll take care of my child, but I ain't gonna do with them other kids that you got. And that's exactly the way I told her. She went and had an abortion. Now, I didn't pay for it, and I didn't tell her to have it. I was okay with her having the kid. I didn't like the situation, but me being a man, I've always believed in what I believed on. If I bring a child into this world, I'm going to take care of them. I stand on that. But as far as for the other guys, if they don't want that kid, listen, y'all got to do a better selection of dealing with men. Now, as far as me dealing with women,
I'm just telling you, we were talking about you and the women that you've chosen who...
The women that I've chosen to have casual sex with, I don't, I've had an 80-20% ratio. 80% was cool, no problems. 20% of them probably gave me some problems, and 5 probably gave me hell. So 15 was probably problems, 5% of them probably gave me hell. And that 5% had some firebox, so it was probably worth it. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't even know. No. That's what that should have been. Yeah, that was a joke. Yeah, that was definitely a joke.
Okay, let's talk on that. Guys, I need y'all to make comments at the bottom. I need y'all to tune in with me. Tell me if I'm wrong. Shout out to my little brother DJ. We got this brand going on right now. You know what I mean? Be undeniable. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure that you're undeniable. What it mean is, before Mama Pettigrew passed away, she said make sure that whatever you do, that they're not able to deny you. Period and point blank. But anyway, I just wanted to shout my little brother out. What I want to talk about, fellas, let's just keep it a thou wow. Generally speaking, the ladies that are universally pretty, which we call dimes, have trash box. The 6, 7s, and 8s usually got the best. The bigger the booty, the thicker she is, the less thick that she can take. The skinny girls can take a whole motherfucker arm. The thick girls really can't take much. Box, if a nigga can fuck you for an hour and a half, man, and he's sober, your box is trash, because it should be about 8 minutes if it's good. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. You dig what I'm saying? So, I don't know what category that you will fall in. How do you describe yourself? Are you thick, skinny, pleasant, a dime, 6, 7, 8, or 9? Where would you categorize yourself at?
I don't.
See, and that's another problem. They don't even want to put a category. That's like going to a car lot that don't have a price and it don't have any specs on it. I don't. What do you mean you don't?
The price is just not in the window. It has a price. You don't need a sticker.
And this is why we have women that we have issues in our community. I don't know what to do, fellas. Like, I'm asking y'all, leave them alone. Go to the Asians.
I consider myself a virtuous
Latinos.
woman. That's what I consider myself. A virtuous woman
I have a lot of high things to say about you. And you have virtuous woman tendencies. We're going to leave that right there. She's amazing. They all put themselves on this crazy pedestal, but they not realistic. You dig what I'm saying? Like they're not realistic on what's going on. But the original thing was loyalty versus faithfulness.
I'm loyal.
Have you ever cheated?
I'm loyal.
See, loyalty is important. You dig?
I'm loyal.
And I would take loyalty over
because
faithfulness.
Cheated. You get into definitions and what this means. Like, if you did you look him in the eye? Did y'all hold hands? That's cheating.
If you suck his dick, you definitely cheated. That's the
worst.
I
haven't cheated.
Oh yeah, she don't like sucking dick. So if y'all get her, you dig what I'm saying? Just know she is not taking your kids on her throat water slide. So, if that's not one of your requirements, then you Gucci. You dig what I'm saying? That's not one of her things. She said if she's on her cycle, she's not giving head. Go on and cheat, my boy.
That was a meme, but I definitely agree.
You see what I'm saying?
It was a meme.
Not even wanting to do their duties. Okay. So what is the solution though? Like, so our culture is at odds right now. 80% of women don't have a nigga. It's a very small percentage. There's 27 million black American women, 20 million black men. Y'all already at a 7-to-1 deficit. What is the solution to bring us together? And what about women joining teams with men that have the finances to take care of them rather than having their own piece of shit? Would you join a team? Would you ever consider yourself, if he had the proper finances to take care of you and another lady, 2 separate households, would you join the team, or would you prefer to just kind of date down if he had all the qualities?
I don't prefer to date down.
Right. Most women don't prefer to date down. You did, but in this life, you're a well-off woman, which lessens your chance of getting a guy, period, because where you're at financially, where you're at mentally, your box now of men are down to like 100,000 men out of 20 million. So now you're down to 100,000 men, and now they're spread off over 50 states. But I know you're okay with that, so shout out. I got a graveyard coming. It's gonna be for all you single bitches. It's
Wait a
gonna
minute.
have
Excuse
dope
me.
tombstones on it.
See.
Hold on, real quick.
Whoever that is on the phone knew that it was about to be some bullshit coming out of your mouth.
Yes, ma'am. I'm filming a podcast. How can I help you? Where my baby?
Oh gosh.
See, I answered the phone for my little man. Hey, daddy, I'm filming a podcast. I'm gonna talk to you later. Hey, big guy. All right, I'll call y'all later. As we talk about great men taking care of children. Anyways, go ahead and elaborate.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
I'm asking what's the solution for us to be able to work
You were
together,
talking about joining teams and not being able to have a man and having to settle or having to settle. Well, dating down does not ensure that you won't share. So definitely won't be dating down, because when you date down, the men all do the same thing.
And what is that all men do?
Pretty much lie and cheat.
And what is it that women do? Because we have these negative connotations of all men. Is there anything negative that women do?
Let me say this. Let me take that back. Let me retract that. That verbiage was not correct. All men do not cheat.
It's 95% of us, but go ahead.
But that's not all. So I can't throw that
The man that you want to.
that good 5 away.
No, there's not a good 5. The 5 that don't cheat probably can't cheat. So,
Not
answer the question.
necessarily. But no, to answer your question, I don't want to date down. I don't want to marry down.
Are you willing to deal with what comes with dealing with the
I
thoroughbred?
believe that when you select a man or a partner, you have to determine what it is that you're willing to deal with. Some people have different thresholds of what it is they're willing to deal with. So to go into it saying that you're going to be a teammate and get a jersey, like, hey, can I have number 5? Like, some
But
people
that's
might
where
not
we're
want.
at in life. If it's 27 black women and 20 million black men, what do God want them other 7 million women to do?
I don't have. That is for God and those other women to determine. The only person I can worry about what God wants to do is me.
But that's not what we're talking about only. We're talking about giving a solution for these other 7 million women. What are they supposed to do?
They have to listen to their spirit and what they want to do or what they need to do for their lives. And if a woman feels like she doesn't want to be a part of a team, then she doesn't have to.
Is family more important than the black woman? Or is the black woman more important than the family?
No individual part of the family is more important than the family.
So why are all of these women why are they leaving their baby fathers? Why are they not working it out with their baby fathers? That says 80% of women are single mothers, which means 80% of them have not worked it out with their baby fathers. Why not? Let's hear your excuse.
Have you ever considered that perhaps the baby father didn't want to work it out with that person?
We're not talking about them people. We're talking about a vast majority of women who don't want to be with their baby fathers, and their baby fathers want to be with
Perhaps the baby fathers aren't at the point where I noticed in your conversation a lot of times you go back to what you should have done, what you could have done, what you would have done, instead of where we are now. So those women who may not have chosen properly with their children's father have now decided that, okay, this is, if you're using your GPS and you go off course, you have to do what is it? What pops up when you go off course and you still have the destination?
She want to say she wants to reroute.
Okay, so the women are rerouting. So if you're rerouting, are you gonna go back 15 miles and add?
No, you're going to take the straight way instead of the highway, because now you've made a decision to bring a child in this world, and you should work it out with the child, as the Bible says it is. You will make the children unclean by separating. You don't have to have a ring to be married. Unfortunately, what y'all don't know is when y'all got baby daddies, y'all basically married, and niggas, y'all got to know that too.
So you're saying that a baby had to come from the sex in order for y'all to be married, because all of these thoughts that you slept with for chicken wings and Hennessy are your wives.
And I'm cool with that. If any of my wives want to come back and play their role, you did get your jerseys, because there's a lot of jerseys that's still available. If y'all want to help out, now y'all not going to be the senior wife, because we already know who my senior wife is. You understand me? My senior wife is a virtuous woman. So if y'all want to come back to the team, just understand y'all coming off the bench. You dig? And we can build this empire, because all I've ever done was 70% of those women is try to get money with. And I've got a lot of money with a lot of those women. And I still get money with some of them women.
You can't leave the 30 out. They're your wives too.
That's cool. Them the concubines. You dig what I'm saying? Them just the jump offs. So, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that. But at this present time, I've been almost 3 months strong and I ain't smashed nobody. So, you know, I'm really looking for the perfect wife. My social media handles under there. You know, great provider, great visionary, super protector. I keep it on me. My hand game good too. You dig what I'm saying? I got that that wop, that wonderful ass pipe. You understand? It's it's a lot. You dig?
What's the wrong?
You dig what I'm saying? It's business savvy. You know, I got my hands in multiple businesses. I am a man of God. You dig what I'm saying? I am universally that nigga, if you want me to put it like that. I may not be nobody's type, but I'm like a universal remote, baby. I could turn you on. Oh boy, that was the plug. Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? Women come into like, he cute, he whatever, and they leave out that motherfucker like, I want to marry you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, especially in the A, man, I'm that nigga out here in Atlanta. You know, I do what I do, man. I stand on these niggas' necks.
So when they leave out like they want to marry you, why aren't you married?
I didn't want to be married. I just started wanting to be married this year. That's why I stopped sleeping around, because I wanted to go ahead and take the proper precautions and the mindsets and break all those soul ties with all those different women and divorce all them different wives that I've slept with.
So you got a divorce from those wives? What was that like?
Well, we had been separated for so long. You dig what I'm saying?
You got a common law divorce?
Yeah, I got a common law divorce, you understand? And I ain't been messing with them. You know, my last little rotation was last year. You know, I had my rotation going on, but you know, I've stopped the rotation. You dig what I'm saying? Trying to put all these women together to make one, because usually they play together real well for a little bit. Sometimes you can win championships.
That might be an answer for some women.
It's an answer for most.
I believe that. Oh man, I can't believe I'm saying this on camera.
Speak your truth.
No, I'm just saying for some women, especially a woman of a certain age, and you know what you like, and you know, just piece them together. You know, build one. You might need a couple.
And niggas is okay with that, because we consider all of y'all hoes unless we married to y'all. If y'all are in rotation, we know that we sharing y'all. We don't care. We not like y'all. We don't cause headaches and shit. The only time a nigga causes a headache is when he really believes he's with you and you're compromising the kingdom. So you're not a queen until you become a part of the kingdom.
That's what you believe?
That's what I know.
To be true? Okay.
That's what I know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know you have your thought process, but I'm going to tell you ladies something. And you ladies and gentlemen. Your results is a perfect indication if your shit is working or not. It's all about your results. If you are single, it is your results. If you are married, it is your results. Whatever way your life is going on is the result of you thinking. Let me tell you, young lady, something who feel like you've been on the market 5-6 years and ain't no guy good enough for you. I ain't never in my experience ever seen a house on the market for 5 years and it stayed the same price. I've never been to a car lot and seen the same car for 5 years and it remained the same price. Sweetheart, the older you get, the lower your value is going to go on the dating market. Now, you and your personal value, that's on you. Our black women are not selling themselves to us. They're saying, this is me, take me as I am. They're not putting no effort, no work in. You're buying them chicken wings and Hennessy over and over again. They will be more than happy to sleep with you, but not do wife duties, as they say, but they'll give you their box, which is the bet. I would rather a girl cook and clean, help me out, run some business before she give me some box. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. It works backwards. They want to see if you can give them an orgasm first, then they'll see what they do. We have a fucked up standard in our community, and it's not working, and it's on the women because we not raping y'all. Y'all quit fucking niggas, it'll be done. All this shit, all the headaches and all the problems would be over if y'all quit fucking niggas. But y'all won't.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure, that's why we here.
What do you believe needs to happen in the way of loyalty to improve the situation? What needs to happen?
Women need to start requiring marriage.
Okay.
Women need to start putting in a whole hell of a lot of work to convince a man that you should take care of me. Women are not asking for anything, yourself included. You don't like to ask the man for nothing and want us just to imagine what it should be done. I'm sure at your age, very seasoned, that, men should know what they be doing at that age. Anytime somebody right before they die don't know what's going on, then, that's a problem. But as far as for the younger people, you young ladies, y'all should be going ahead.
I have a boo, baby.
Cooking.
Boo, tomatoes.
Y'all should be cooking, y'all should be cleaning, y'all should be helping him out with his business. Before the bottom of your feet is scraping the top of the ceiling, you should be showing a nigga what you working with. And vice versa. Niggas, y'all should be showing females like what you able to do. But most of the time, you see what a nigga working with. If a nigga ain't got nothing going on, sweetheart, you should go the other way. This building nigga shit is the reason why 80% of y'all are single, because y'all trying to build a nigga. Because what y'all do is, y'all come sleep with me, deal with me. I got my requirements of what it's gonna take to keep me. Now, I did what it took to get you in the bed. Now, you gotta do what it take to keep me there. Once I lay my requirements out of what it takes to be kept and for you to keep me, to keep going for me to take care of you, they then go and find a nigga that doesn't have those requirements. If he doesn't have those requirements, he doesn't have what it takes to keep you. So they're trying to build a nigga is what we're seeing. So women will go deal. I've never, ever been in a real relationship and shit. I don't even know if any bitch I ever smashed went and found a nigga better than me. They didn't go find better quality. The niggas don't have nothing going on because they feel, hey, he's not requiring anything of me. So I'll deal with him. I had a girl when I was 18. We was together for a little bit, not long. I didn't want to spend New Year's with her. She went out and slept with another nigga. It wasn't even really my girl. We were just kicking it, and she got pregnant. Like, by a nigga who started beating her ass. Like, y'all lose when y'all go out and try to do what we do. Y'all lose heavy. Y'all are losing. 80% of y'all are single. See, niggas like you asked me why, and I didn't want to be married. I didn't want the responsibility.
So, let me ask you a question.
Knocking all y'all niggas broads down.
You always, I've heard you tell several women who say that.
Get your water slide together now. See, the kids are supposed to be going down the water slide.
Who say that they're single by choice, that point in their life where they are, that it's best for them to remain single, they haven't seen what they want. Why is it okay for you to say that, and it to be true, that you want to be single, that's what you've chosen thus far, and not the women who tell you, "Oh, I'm single by choice," and you say that's not a choice. You're not.
The reason why it's not a choice because if the right man came along and scooped them up, they would be good. I was single because I chose not to take any of these bitches seriously because I fucked them all already, and by that it just lets me know, okay, well, your mindset is already thrown because you're not doing the required shit before fucking. So now that I realize that the pool that I got to choose from is one or the other. Either I can deal with the black woman and send this bitch to therapy, send her to a life coach and see if she'll listen, or I can just go to the Asians and the Latinos who were raised to be wives, because in our community since 1970 we ain't raised one wife. We've raised a whole bunch of single, independent, bad bitches. I got it on my own, don't need no nigga bitches.
So
That's what we raised.
all these women who are married, what are they exactly? The women who are...
Our community is only married at a 30% rate.
So that 30%, if we haven't raised any wives,
They still not wives. They still learning to be wives. These are the statistics. The first marriage ends in 50%. It's a 50% chance. The second marriage is 63. The third marriage is 72.
The people, the women, the black women who are married.
Some of them, okay, there is a small percentage that are wives, but they probably wasn't that. They probably became that after marriage.
But you saying probably. How you know that?
We're going off majority. We're not going off the exception. We're not going off the very few, which is 30% is very few.
Okay.
And out of that 30% of marriages, half them bitches is probably separated. I know I got some people in my family that's on paper. So that's the statistic, is 30% married, but how many of them are actually really with the person that they're married to? I got 2 cousins that's been married forever, and they ain't with neither one of them niggas. They done moved on and got whole other lives with other niggas. They just still on paper.
Are they good lives with those other men? So did they do better?
Hell if I know.
Exactly. Don't be so
Anyway,
quick to
listen, man, we're
judge.
going to start this school up, man. We're going to help you women who are not already contaminated, because if you're contaminated, ain't nothing that we could do to help y'all. We're going to teach y'all the things to do to keep the proper men that y'all want in your lives, because y'all want quality men. We're raising quality men to do what they supposed to do. Just get with the niggas that are at your income budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, your looks plays a major role in what niggas want to do with you to even start. Then the qualities that you have goes on. A lot of y'all don't even deserve a nigga who make $100,000 because y'all ain't got shit going on. You dig what I'm saying? So I know y'all want to hear it. That's why I call the show The Ugly Truth, because it's the truth. It's facts. Results are facts. Results are truth. What are your results? How many baby fathers do you have? You can't blame them. You, if a nigga goes out here and get burnt 3 times and he says all these bitches, no, my nigga, you ain't wearing no protection and you choosing bad. If a bitch got multiple baby daddies, you don't know how to choose properly. Take some self-reflection time. Sit down and really think what's going on with you, that these niggas don't want to stay with you. That's major, because in our community, if you got some good box, we gonna come back around. So if nobody is doubling back or coming back to want to keep you, you should figure out why you don't want to be kept. Because in my case, as she want to say, all the girls wanted to be kept. Some of them was of quality in the status, but I kept it a thou while and let them know you will be playing on a team, sweetheart. Your teammates you may or may not see, but I am not finna lie to no female and just tell them, like, yeah, you the only one. I don't want the headache, and I don't want the conversation to even be brought up, so I stayed single. And my thought process is, do I want to get a couple of women that are in agreement? But the ones that are in agreement are a little way on their way out. You know, I got a couple girls that's in their 40s and one that's 50 and, you know, that are okay with the team shit. But I can't have no kids with y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all like the seasoned veterans that's supposed to help the young girls out. You understand what I'm saying? So I got some decision making, but I know in my heart I'm going to get married. And last time I said that I was ready to get married, I got married. I chose wrong. I don't have a problem saying that I chose wrong. You know, I chose someone who looked it good on paper, who looked it good, you know, presented it to me, but I knew we never got along before marriage. So I was lying like, oh, she'll submit to you after marriage. If that bitch ain't submitting to you before marriage, don't marry her, pimp. She has to be raised as a wife. Let me tell y'all this. It says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's Proverbs 18:22, if you fellas and ladies want to know. That means they were raising wives. What does that mean? They were wives before they got married. Before they got the title of being married, they were already wives. A car is a car, regardless if it's a bought car, wrecked car, or junk car. They raise women to look out for the men. We have not raised our women to take care of the men in the community. But the men are raised to provide, to protect, and to have a vision. Niggas always go out and get money.
So what these men who ask what women bring to the table, who raised them? Because you're saying that men are being raised properly and women aren't. And that
I never
just
said
sound...
that. I said they know what to do. They're providing. Men get money from women, period. Like, we go get the bags and nice cars and shit.
What about the men who are chasing women for their tax returns? I mean,
Shout out to y'all niggas. Hey, shout out, get them bags, invest that shit in Bitcoin, run their credit up. Dumbass bitches, keep finessing them. They out here chasing these bitches for their tax returns, and if you don't know a nigga chasing you from your tax return, you deserve to get your tax return taken. Shit.
Well, I'm just saying, so the man that's asking what a woman brings to the table, you have men who... A man made a song, INDEPEND. Men made that song.
That's what's wrong with our culture. Y'all buying into movies. Music is a movie. Do you think Denzel shot a nigga before?
I understand that,
Denzel
but
died
no.
in 19
But let me
movies.
tell you something.
Y'all think
no,
Denzel really dead?
No, communities internalize and art imitates life.
I mean, y'all got Neo's song. I love her cause she got her own. Y'all bought into that.
I didn't buy into any of it. I don't sing that part.
Being real,
I don't sing that part.
Jail type shit. I don't buy into this bullshit. Just go shoot a nigga block up because he beat your ass and all this. I don't buy into the music. I don't wear designer. I'm not shooting a nigga for no reason. I'm a hustler. I ain't gotta rob you unless I feel like you to piss me off. I don't buy into the culture of playing Call of Duty because you don't get your life back. So the women buy into the being independent. I'll do it on my own. I'll raise this kid on my own. I'm super mom. I get a badge of honor for raising these kids instead of taking the time to make yourself better. Because like I said before, I'm going to have my homegirl Rena on here. She was going through a divorce. She was such quality. Another nigga came, scooped her up, and started taking care of her. That's when you're quality. You can't be quality and you're in the market for 5 years. Do you know what they do with old bread before it spoils, before it goes bad? They put it on clearance. A lot of y'all need to put yourselves on clearance and just realize you're not what you think you are. If niggas is not beating your door down for marriage and foreverness, y'all all getting your door beat down to get your walls beat down. They do not equate to the same thing. Sexual attention and being able to be in a real relationship are two different things. We'll fuck anything, bro. We'll smash a 10 and we'll smash a 2. We don't care. It does. Niggas only need one thing to like about y'all. We could like y'all ankles. Well, she got some sexy ankles. I like her tattoo. She got a big booty. She got nipple rings. We don't care because it's not for the long haul. It's to get off and get on. Y'all, on the other hand, are letting someone insert something inside of y'all and come inside of y'all building and destroy or build. Y'all have a higher responsibility than men when it comes to sex. Men have a higher responsibility when it comes to the family structure. We have different roles. So in that, you're supposed to help a man be in business. The reason why a man had so many children back in the day was because they helped out with the kingdom. When they got older, they was able to take over. We're all in disarray, and it's okay to the 80%. And I'll tell y'all this. I only do this show because I know y'all going to argue back and tell me I'm wrong. I don't want nothing to do with none of the 80% contaminated. I don't care about what y'all do for real. If anyone takes the information and actually wants to work on themselves and help themselves out in life, that's cool. But if your situation wakes you up in the middle of the night and lets you know you've made some bad decisions, it took me 9 years to get out of the street mentality 100%. I'm still a street nigga to the core as far as values and morals, but just in the violence and going on missions and selling drugs, it took me 9 years to get out of that mindset that everybody ain't trying to play with me. You know, I was still catching cases after I got out of the street because I don't play with you niggas at all. I'm not playing with you niggas, and ain't no bitch talking to me crazy at all, no shape, form, or fashion. So I don't play any of them type goofy ass games that y'all niggas play and how women be talking to niggas. I don't play none of that. But now I understand I don't have to exhibit that side of me because I don't need to be in those type of environments that will bring out the other street shit that's inside of me. So I understand where and where not to be, and that's what I'm trying to tell women. Deal with what guys you're supposed to deal with. Marry on your caliber. Family is important in our community. If we can get our families back, we can step up in the ladder of life. The reason why they call our complexions and nationalities a race is because we are in a race. We are here to win. The good thing about now, what we have, we can buy our way to where we need to be. We have enough of the finances. We just need to be better organized. That's where I come in at. I want to organize us and do schools and do more things to be able to help the people be properly trained. Women need to be trained on how to be wives. Men need to be trained on how to be husbands. You understand? And that's my belief system. And the reason why I believe like that, because the results show it. All y'all got to do is collect data. Don't make yourself an exception to the rule all the time. Look at the data. Look at your life. What is going on? You can make decisions every day to change where you're going to. You got anything to say, virtuous woman? Do you have anything to say to these women, to these men, that would be beneficial for them to be able to live a life, not just of luxury, but a life of purpose, something that they will actually be able to take from this conversation and say, I can add that to my arsenal and I will approach these situations differently, whether it's I'll wait a day before I have sex with a man, or anything that you have to offer to our community that would make our community a better place.
Well, when I mention accountability, it's not just for men. It's for any individual. I believe that in order for anybody to bring anything to any relationship, you have to show up as a complete, whole, healed, and or healing individual. So men have to hold themselves accountable for the decisions that they make. They have to hold, if you hold yourself accountable, it's 100 times better than someone else holding you accountable. If you take care of your children, it's 100 times better than being placed on child support. Women have to hold themselves accountable too. If you're in a situation, figure out, do a root cause analysis. Figure out why, how we got here. Figure out what you did wrong and what you can change about yourself before you even quit showing up in relationships and you haven't done the work on yourself. That's what everybody needs to start doing. And
I totally agree. Keep going.
But I mean, and that's where I can't stand but you did this and you did that and the finger pointing. And then, yeah, that's what you like to do. These bitches need to get in line.
Facts, bro.
Get in line. Listen.
I state
Listen.
facts.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, talk about it.
No, I'm gonna leave that alone because
y'all see how smart she is. She know how to pick her battles. But go ahead. That's why she's a virtuous woman. Keep going.
But if everybody stops showing up half-assed and really shows up intentionally, and that's another thing, everybody has to be intentional with what they want. Like, some people date intentionally. Like, you know, a lot of men will get scared off by women who say, I want to be married. And they're like, wait a minute, it's our first date. Well, I mean, we're just having a conversation. I'm just telling you I want to be married. So and I'm not speaking about myself.
If he don't want to get married.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're dating intentionally and you have things that you know that you want, if you know you want a family, you know you want a husband, you know you want a life together, some men are dating for sport. And if they are dating for sport, recreationally, whatever you want to call it, and then if they kind of find a woman, they're not even intentional with what they want. So why would a woman continue to date a man who says that I'm just having fun?
Tell me why, because that's 90% of the relationships.
So
I'll tell a woman in a heartbeat
because she hasn't done the work. And for whatever reason, she may believe that sometimes women are good to the wrong people.
Most of the time, not sometimes, most of the time, including yourself, but keep going.
Women will feel like, okay, well, if I'm good enough to him and I show him enough, then he'll change. No, he won't.
Let's stop there. Niggas is not changing for y'all. We are who we are. We do what we do. I'm dating intentional. I'll tell a girl I'm looking to be married. And I want kids. If that bitch don't want to have kids, that will be our last date. Will I smash? Yeah. I'll knock her down, but I won't pursue her no other way. But go ahead.
So, you know, you have to do the part. That's part of doing the work, though, on yourself, to just accept when people tell you something and they mean it. You have to accept where they are. And women don't have to say, oh, men don't know. Men treat you how they feel about you. So it's not hard. People are making it harder than it has to be. If you do the work and you can trust yourself, see, trust and loyalty, be loyal to yourself first, because how can you be loyal to someone else? Trust yourself first. I always say that. If it comes between trusting him or you, believe yourself, sis. You know before you know. You know before you see the evidence. You know before you go through his phone. You know, you already know. You're going through the phone because you know, and you have to prove it to him. And so my advice is to hold yourself accountable, not to do those things. Hold on a second.
She gotta take her kids on the slide.
But I don't know what's going on with.
You haven't been putting kids on the slide properly, but continue.
But you have to hold
We
yourself.
can fix that problem.
No. We're gonna drink some water. But you have to hold yourself accountable to do the work. So that's, I say a lot, the way you do something is the way you do everything. So you hold yourself accountable to work on yourself. That takes a lot. That's like working out. You know what I mean? You have to be disciplined. Shut up. You have to be disciplined in order to do the work. And professionally, you have to be disciplined in order to do the work. You have to be intentional to get the results that you want. So you can't expect your colleagues to perform at a certain level and you don't perform at that level. You can't expect a certain level of respect in your environment and you haven't earned it. So that translates into relationships. People can tell when you've done the work. A man knows, now we do live in Atlanta, so men, I gotta give it to the men in Atlanta. They don't care. They gonna shoot their shot. They don't care. It's no, sir, do you have a home?
Nope. You be funding them bitches in the car.
Right. So men will approach women no matter, they have no gauge. But once you start to date, you can tell.
I think the most important thing you said is date intentionally. Make sure that you date with the purpose and understand, and then come as a whole person. I'll tell you something that I do that I think works for me, and I win all the time. It backfires a little bit. I treat every woman like a wife on a date for the most part, to a certain degree, depending on the level that she is. Mm-hmm. I'm not half-assing with nobody. Mm-hmm. I'm going to show you who I am, what I'm about, what I'm able to do at this present time. I think a lot of women that I see, they half-ass and they hold back. They're not a nigga that took you on 3 dates and you ain't offered that nigga yet a meal, a cooked meal or anything. You see he doing business and you might be able to contribute. You haven't said anything. I think far too often we're seeing people just receive and not giving anything. And what works out, what I tell women a lot of times is, this is the way the dating market works, especially in Atlanta. We're going to jump through all y'all hula hoops. We're going to do a lot of the shit that y'all say and that y'all require for us to do. We're going to smash and we're going to leave, because after we smash, y'all think we're going to keep up this behavior, and we're not. The reason why is because you're not engaging back. You're not putting your best foot forward. Now, y'all do put your best foot forward to a nigga who y'all want to become something, instead of him being just who he is and accepting him for that. If that was the way he was for the rest of his life, would you be able to accept that? Most women can't just accept a person the way that they are and the way that they might be for the rest of their lives. A lot of people are the same person they was after high school. They haven't changed much. They haven't made any more money, any more changes. So you got to really ask yourself, sis, do you bring value to the type guy that you say that you want? And why? What value? Like we say, what we bring to the table. What we're really asking is the value. And we can see it. As you say, you can see things in a person beforehand. Mm-hmm. I've never asked you what you brought to the table, and you say you don't like that question. But by us doing business, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I think you're fucking incredible. I think you're amazing. But that's a quality that most people don't have. So we have to figure out the work. The work that I encourage you, women and you men, to do. Read the 5 love languages. Take the DISC personality test. Read books up on yourself. If you've been raped or molested or been through trauma, go to therapy, get some help. Get a life coach. Those things are important. Put your money in with your taxes, because I know your taxes is coming out. Get a life coach and get some therapy, and that's the beginning of it. And change your environment. Your environment plays a big role. You can put a shark in a pond. It may not, do what it's supposed to do, but you can put it in the ocean and it's gonna be great. A lot of y'all can change your environment. I changed my environment. Nigga, I'm from Zone 4, Brittany Hills, Columbus, Ohio. And I moved to Atlanta and I thrived. I was already a big fish where I'm at. I'm even a bigger fish down here in Atlanta. So a lot of y'all scared to become big fishes or to expand your horizon. Encourage yourself, man. Do the work that it's gonna take to get to where you want to be. I hold back a lot. Like I don't. When I say I hold back a lot in knowing that there's more than I can do, and I have to hold myself accountable for that and start going 100% on my business. As far as with women, I pretty much show women who I am on the first day. Like, this me, this what I do. You pretty much got access to anything. Ain't nowhere we can't go in the world. Ain't nothing we can't do. This is my belief system. If you go out a date with me and you don't like what I'm talking about and you want to be married and I say I don't want to be married, you should leave, and vice versa. Like right now, this year, I'm starting to date with a purpose. I need me a lady to come home to. I about tore the house up the other day going home and open up the refrigerator like, fuck, I need a bitch, man. Keep coming here and ain't nothing here to eat. I'm sick of this shit. The house don't smell like it do with a woman. But I'm gonna choose the quality woman. So when y'all shoot y'all shots in y'all DMs, you know what I mean? Put your motherfucker list of what you willing to do and what you not willing to do. I'm serious. I'm dead ass. I'm getting married soon.
Maybe we should have like a dating, like speed dating.
That's cool. We could do speed dating, but I'm already know. And I'm gonna rule a bunch of y'all out, man. Y'all gotta be super exceptional. I'm not tall at all, and I don't want my bitch taller than me like that, so I can help out. You need to be 5 feet, 5'1" or 5'2".
Well, that just eliminated 80%.
Right.
Since we're talking numbers.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that. But I'm willing to make the exception if she about 5'5", 5'7", and she's just exceptionally well. Not cute, but bring a whole lot of value. So you dig what I'm saying? You gotta date intentional and know what you really want and stand on that, but bring the value. See, I gotta be able to bring the value. I gotta be able to bring value to what she considers value. I can't make her see my value system. She has to be raised this way. And that's the number one key to picking a person. How were they raised? Do some background check on their mom, their dad, it's very hard for someone to get outside of their circle and be super different. If their mom and dad was divorced, there's a high chance that they're going to get divorced. If their mom and dad been married long, it's a chance, 50% chance that, they took what they got from that relationship and actually is going to enter it and inject it in your relationship, so to speak. So you just gotta do the homework and really look at it. And I'm amazing, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I need like an actor or like, a musician or something, you know what I mean? One of these high quality women out here, you know what I mean? And we could do our motherfucking thing. Or I could take a woman, you know what I mean, that might be in real estate and want to help me get to the bag, you dig? It just depends. But, y'all gotta show me what y'all working with, because I could change y'all lives overnight. I could buy you a house overnight. I could buy you a car. I could invest into your business overnight. You dig what I'm saying? And like I said before, I got that ooh la la. You coming back to back, boo. I got you. Now, I ain't gonna say every time. I do got some 2-minute rounds in me. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap to you like every session finna just be a seizure. I'm gonna put my best foot forward the first 2-3 times, and you gonna get your speed date. You gonna get your speed sex. I ain't mad at you. You dig? It take a lot to get out here and get this paper, baby. But yeah, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Follow Madinah if y'all want a motherfucking house. She's an awesome realtor. You dig what I'm saying? Yes. She can get you whatever that you need. She
Hit me up.
Commercial, she does residential, she does investment. If y'all really want some help investing, I got the playbook available for y'all, man. It is basically 4 steps to investing. You dig what I'm saying? Of course, y'all know we got Trap Tours of Atlanta rocking and rolling. If y'all want to rent a party bus for corporate events or regular events right now, we doing a special that's going to come with 3 bottles of top shelf liquor, 2 hookahs, 5 hours of service, red carpet, a host, and you get in 2 clubs free. You know what I mean? So we're going to have them handles right there for y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Another show on The Ugly Truth. Oh, boy.
Yeah. This to my little baby.